Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room recap for Wednesday, September the 4th. My name is Barry Anderson, moderator of your trading room. Any questions you may have for me, you can use this email address. This is a link to get into our free room, 100% free. You do not have to be a member of Trade Ideas to be in our trading room. I open the room every morning at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. That's when I start to share my screen, get live on the mic. And I go up to 3:30 Mondays to Thursdays and up to 3 o'clock on Fridays. In the email you're getting, you'll see a promo code for 15% off either the first month or the entire year of a Trade Ideas subscription. Well, what a difference a day makes. Yesterday I was talking about how my evening scan really didn't do very much. The market kind of chopped around a lot, and so things were going up, things were going down. Not really a lot of continuation. Now, I admit at the beginning of the day, it seemed, that was going to also happen. But we then had some really, really nice alerts, and really now top should not be there. I don't know why I added tops to this list, to be honest. But box was one that I actually took this trade. Oops, I don't have the symbol linking. There we go. I actually took this trade early, and I got stopped out, probably on that candle. Then I took it again and got out right around here. So, it worked out okay, but it was kind of choppy, and that's what I was kind of thinking, that we're just going to be chopping around a little bit. You could see box right at the beginning of the day, actually after hours, had a big pop after hours. It maintained during the day, during the pre-market, and then it had the pop. This is one that I did not take. Unfortunately, because again, look how choppy it is. When I say choppy, look at the topping tails, bottoming tails, up, down. And, finally the alert came at 23.46 again, but I just didn't have the comfortability factor for me to take this trade, though it definitely would have worked out great, almost $1. This is an earnings play. But for me, of course, the AMI was the one. It was in the pre-market. Didn't really see it too much in the pre-market, but you can see where the alert happened, 597. I actually waited for the 6 break, got in at 606. I took some off at 626 and then 643 and then a little bit up here, just underneath, what was the price? Actually 630, I'm sorry, as it came down. But that was just a really, really nice one. On a percentage basis, these are the ones that I kind of live for. Anytime you get a stock goes from 603 and you can get out at 643. I didn't get, I did take some out. Actually, that's right. I took it out at 643 and on the way down to this level. Is that right? I'm wrong. I'm sorry. I took some out at 625 on the way up. I'm just looking at my notes here. 625 on the way up, and then 643, and then 630 on the way down. So I'm all out of this trade right now. But then modest success for I'm not in these ones, but 1849 on the Bloomin' Brands, BLMN. It got hit a high of 1879. This one intrigues me, really. See the TLGT. I'm waiting for this one to see if it can really take this out right here. You can see that on the daily chart, it has a lot of room when you look left. So now it's already very, very extended, but this is the first day this is the first day that it can maintain over $1. A lot of people like myself will not take a stock under $1. So I want to see if this maintains over $1. If it does, then tomorrow, and even if it just sits here, then tomorrow it could have a run up to this area. You just never know. Let me just go back to the 15-minute chart. The OVID was a quick one. 208, it hit 225. The X is one that I did not take because I was a little worried about, I'll show you why. 1675. I guess my point in showing you these, though, that at least there was some movement on the positive side on most of these alerts that we got today from my watch list. And again, the watch list is something that I create for you guys every single day. You can just follow it along in the channel bar. Just go to the channel bar, new channel bar, and click on Barry's watch list, and you'll see everything that I'm doing all day long. The Yext is something that I was a little reluctant to take because of this right there. You see, that's 2 days ago. So there's the high. It was right there. You notice how it hit the high. 1694, and that is 1694. So it literally, to the penny, hit that high. So I have an alert for 17. It may not do it today, but if it does take it out tomorrow, I mean, this is what, this is what we look for. We look for this void, this big area up here that it could start to fill in. I'm not saying it's, this is choppy. I mean, it's not beautiful. It'd be a lot nicer if it was more like a 45-degree down rather than having these, these chop ups. But nonetheless, it looks like it still has some room. So if it can take out 17 tomorrow, I mean, this will probably make the watch list as something to watch again tomorrow. Now, the GIVO, I'm in. And the GIVO, again, this actually, get to the 15-minute chart. This had some late action in the pre-market. That's the pre-market. It pulled all the way back. I waited for the 3 to break. The alert actually happened at 299. I'm not in it there. I'm in actually a lot higher at 314. One of the reasons I was waiting for that is, again, it's amazing when you look at these charts. You can see, maybe I have to go back a little bit longer. I think that is, that's 314. So you see that weekly candle right there? It's amazing that in the pre-market, okay, you can't see the pre-market right here, but in the pre-market today, that hit 314. This is in the pre-market today, that hit 314 right at the top of that candle, okay? And then it moved back down from there. Now it's still just a little bit below. It really has to take out that 314, this area here, before I think it can really start to run. So I may have been maybe a little bit premature in getting into this one. I'm in at 314. I'm in at 314. But we'll see what happens. I mean, the worst that's going to happen, as I said in the room, is I'll probably get out in around the 308 mark if it gets back into the single digit over 3. But I just thought, well, okay, it's been challenging that 314 mark several times. We'll just have to see if it can really, really break it. So I'm in this one, I'd say right here. I'm literally right flat on this trade right now. But a lot of action, and let's take a look at the LE. Let's see if this is doing anything. 385. No, it hit 8 after the alert. But anyway, I'm happy that this window now is starting to reduce again. Yesterday was the first day in a long time that really nothing happened from it. I mean, we got alerts, but nothing really moved from it. So glad to see it is back and, as I call it, working again today. All right. Again, if you want that, if you want to follow me all day long, all you have to do is click on New, Channel Bar, and Barry's Windows. And basically, I create the watch list for you. This is the watch list that was created. And these are the ones on the long side that triggered. There are actually some good ones on the short side too. I didn't really concentrate on the short side too much, but the SIG 1088, I actually tried to trade that one. I got knocked out of it, but I think now it's, I don't know, it's below. Well, actually it got down to 1041 from 1088. AEO was an earnings play. I think it's a little bit below that. ELTK, I believe, is quite a bit below that now. But the bottom line, though, is, of course, the market is up today. So that's why it's probably more prudent to follow the ones that are on the long side more than the ones that are on the short side from the watch list. But anyway, this is the list of and you can see that they don't all trigger. We don't want them all to trigger. There are a certain group of filters and everything, and my alert of a new high or new low is in my alert windows. So they're not all going to trigger because they don't, for instance, this one won't trigger because the relative volume is under 1.5. This is under 1.5, under 1.5. These are all under 1.5. Some won't trigger because they're under the minimum volume. I think I have 200,000 shares. So, some of these things will not trigger because the filters aren't met, which is fine. You don't want every single one of them triggering, too many to follow. All right. Definitely want to get back into the room now. So let me just bring back the capture program. And, okay, again, if you have any questions for me, this is the email address you can use. Link for our free room. I'll open the room tomorrow at 9 o'clock Eastern. So hope to see you in the trading room tomorrow. Bye-bye.